Hello, parents. Welcome to the Teen and Toddler Parent Question Series with Anjali Chopra and Ann Alvarez. We are going to talk about the teens and toddlers, and we're going to answer your question, parents. Topic number 2, help, my child doesn't listen to me. Okay, so that is something that is common that we hear from parents a lot. Like, my child's not listening to me. Well, what do I do? Right? So we're going to talk about that today, right, Ashley? Okay, so let's start with toddlers. Yeah,
Yeah, that is the first stage
let's
parents are
talk about the
handling.
toddlers.
Yeah, and that is the base too. When we start working right from the toddler stage, and most of our things are sorted by
Yeah,
the time they reach teenage. Because teenage is also having its own issues, its own concerns. So that is another phase. Yes, we don't
true.
say this that if you work during the toddler time, you don't have to work on your children or you don't have to work on yourself when
Yes,
they turn teenagers. You
yeah,
still have work,
yes,
right?
yes, definitely. Yeah, exactly. Our work is never done, even when they're adults.
Yeah, so that is life. When we are living, we have to be growing all the time. We have to
Yes,
evolve all the time. Otherwise, like it's said in the Darwin theory. So
yes,
evolution is the only way to survive, right?
you are so right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we do with those toddlers? They're not listening.
So they are not listening. First, we can just check over whether we are giving them clear instructions or not, and very, very small instructions. They are because they are just listening to us and they are just catching few words. They are catching up that vocabulary which we are using.
Right.
Okay, and then their attention span is so less. They don't have that much time to listen to us. They have a number of things to explore. So these two factors, when we are taking care of, we are speaking small sentences to them, and we have to go to their level. We can always go to their level, like we can sit near to them, or we can just talk to them eye to eye.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that they
Yes.
feel okay, mama is talking to me, rather than us saying something standing at the kitchen slab and then talking to our toddler. We can't expect that toddler to listen to us.
Mhm.
So we have to go to their level and speak in small sentences.
Okay, so we're actually crouching down so
Yes,
that we are looking eye to eye, right?
yes, yes.
And then we say it simply, right? Like a
Simple
simple,
sentence,
simple
simple
sentence.
wording. Yes.
Yeah,
And
like a
I
simple,
believe one sentence at a time so that they get the knack of listening to us first. And then slowly we can increase the number of words we are using in a sentence.
right, right. Okay,
Very
okay,
simple sentences. Like,
okay.
do
And
you
then what?
want to eat something? Do you want to eat something? Or then give them choices also. That is again one thing where the child is curious. Okay, what is mama asking? That curiosity.
Yes,
We are serving that curiosity thing with our questions. So they are
yes,
curious to know. Yeah.
yes, yes. And then I like that first of all, I like that you asked. You said, what would you like to eat? Are you hungry? Right?
Yes. Yes.
Um, or like what kind of things would parents ask? Uh, please put your toys away, or let's put your toys away,
So
right?
can we put our toys away?
Can we put our toys away?
Is it looking good if we are
Does it,
spreading our toys all over the house?
yeah, is it nice?
Is it
Do you,
nice?
or is it messy?
Yes.
Right? Right. Okay. And also what about the tone? How
So
how
the
is our
tone,
tone with little ones?
see our brain, if we are hearing any shrilling noise, and the toddlers' ears are very sensitive when they are just starting to venture into things. They are not exposed to outside world also. Like most of the times, parents they don't take their children out more often when they are not even 2 or 3. So
Yes.
before that time, they are not used to that loud voices, loud noises.
Mhm.
And if our ears, they hear loud noises, what is our first reaction? What is the body's first reaction? It's like this, I don't want to hear this loud noise. Even with
Exactly.
adults.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Imagine a child hearing a loud noise and the body will react. Every time the body will react, I don't want to listen to it.
Yes.
Even if the hands don't go here, the body will react. I don't want to listen to it.
Yes.
So this
Yes.
is the natural reaction when we are speaking in the higher pitch with the child. If we are speaking with a softer tone,
Yes.
definitely they are going to listen to us.
Yeah. When you are speaking in a stern way or even raising your voice, um, our kids don't want to listen, right?
No, they don't want to listen.
Like
That is
I
a
know
natural reaction.
when someone yells at me, I don't want to listen, right? It's the same thing with our children. They don't want to listen if someone's yelling at them, right? So,
Exactly.
okay, I think
So
those are
there,
such,
there are many humans. They are also humans like us. It is just that we have grown with our bodies and brains. That is
yes,
it. And they also feel the same feelings. The only thing is we feel that, oh, my child is so small. He or she
yes,
doesn't know. We have to teach them. No, they have some few of the things which they already have of their own.
yes, yes, yes. And then if they still are not listening, then we have to ask that ask are they ready for what we're asking them, right? Because sometimes I
Right.
think parents think that their kid should know this. How come my little one doesn't know this? Well, because they don't know it, right? And so maybe what you're asking is above their heads, or maybe they need to be shown how to
Exactly.
do it, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. So we kind of have to know our children and give them a little test to see can they do this, right?
Right.
And
Right.
if their attention is they can't, like maybe they can do it for like, 1 minute, but then they lose interest, right? Maybe they start to clean up and then they get distracted and then they stop. You know, this is normal, right?
This is normal to
And,
get distracted. Yes, of course.
and then you say, okay, well, at least they did it for a minute, right? Like I think you have
Yes,
to celebrate those little moments where, okay, well,
that
they did it for a minute. That's good, right? So yeah.
exactly.
Anyways, that's so good. That's so good. Okay. On to teenagers, which is a little more difficult, parents.
I really want to know a few things which I think most of the parents in my community also they want to know about teenagers. So
Okay. I love
yeah.
talking about teenagers. Okay. We have to think about why are they not listening? Like this is where self-reflection, like parenting from the inside out. I always tell parents we have to parent from the inside out, right? So inside out means we're going to stop and ask ourselves the question. Okay, why are they not listening? Is it because of the way I'm saying it? Am I saying it too harshly? Am I being too demanding? Am I nagging? Right? Um, what I'm asking, is it unreasonable? Like, I want you to wash the dishes, I want you to vacuum, and then I want you to do laundry. Is it too much? Right? We have to monitor that. Um, and then the other thing is your relationship with your child strong? Is the connection good? Like the connection's good when your children are sharing with you, right? When they're like, "Oh, mom, dad, I want to tell you what happened in my day," right? You know that they want to talk to you. That's a good sign. So if the connection is good, then you can make requests for sure. But if the connection is broken, then you're going to have a wall. There's going to be resistance. Okay. We always say, connect before you ask. before you request. Connect first. Hi, honey, how was your day? Did you have a good day at school today? Um, anything interesting happen? Do you think after you finish, do you think you could help me with the dishes? See, this is a different conversation, right? Because now your child's like, oh, they gave me some attention and they gave me some love. They gave me connection. So yeah, I want to help mom out. I want to help dad out, right? This is really, really good for getting our children to comply when we ask them to do things. And I'm going to say, parents, don't tell, especially with teenagers. Like nobody wants to be told what to do. Nobody. Like I don't like to be told what to do. Our kids are
Yeah.
the same, and especially teenagers because they're growing up and they don't want you to treat them like they're little. Right? So we ask. And asking is like an invitation. Asking, when somebody asks you, it's like you're being invited, right? So it feels good.
And
So
as to whether you really like to do it or not, they are asking for your opinion again.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And children, like, they will respond to asking. I'm just going to share a quick story. When
Hmm.
my son was about, oh, I think 9 or 10 years old, I was telling him a lot, like, can you do this? Can you take out the garbage? Can you do your homework? Can you do I was directing a lot. And then one day he said, Mom, and it's good that we had a good relationship though, right? So he was open to tell me how he truly felt. He said, Mom, when you tell me, I don't want to do it. But when you ask me, and I want to do it. And I had a red, like a light bulb moment. I was like, huh, I get it. Because I am repeating what my mom used to do. And it didn't feel good. So I'm going to try and ask. And so from then on, I really worked on asking. I still ask both of my boys, can you help mom with the dishes? Do you think you can tidy up your room? Things like that. And when I ask, I would say they never say no, right? But also I spend time building connection. And parents, honestly, when you spend time building connection, you're going to get compliance from your kids. It's just natural because when you're connected to someone, you want to listen to them, right? Okay. So asking the question, am I asking too much? Is it unreasonable? Am I asking in a nice way? And now if they're still not listening, then you can ask them, how come you're not listening, son? Right? How come you're not listening, daughter? Tell me what's happening. Right? And
Yeah,
then
there may be some other things going on in your child's life we are not even aware about. Yes, again, yeah, this last step, I think this is much more required because we are expecting everything from them and we forget that they also have a mini life going.
I do.
For me or for a parent, it is a mini life, but for them, it is their entire life. Maybe their
Yes.
friend was not very good in the school today, and that is a
Yes.
big thing for your child, and not your child is not ready to listen to you because of that.
Yeah,
Maybe
they could
something is bothering your
they
child.
could
Yeah.
yeah, they could be bothered by something. It may not be about you at all. It might be something else, like Anjali was
Right.
saying.
Right.
So it's that is really, really a good tip is to ask your child, like, how come you're not listening? Or how come I have to tell you 5 times? Oh, by the way, parents, you do have to repeat yourself with teenagers. I want you to know that, okay? Because the teenage brain, I just did a workshop on the teenage brain. The teenage brain, it's all in all different directions. It's kind of like, and they get distracted. And so I remember that with my oldest, but I'm going through it now with my youngest, where I have to ask him maybe 2 times, 2 or 3 times. He's getting better, but but I say it in a gentle way. I'm like, oh, remember, honey, you said you were going to go to bed in 10 minutes. It's been 10 minutes. And then he'll be like, oh, yeah, mom. Right. Um, so that's the way I approach it. And I don't take it personally if they don't listen the first time because parents, it's not their fault. It is the teenage years. The teenage brain is growing, um, and it's very distracted, and also the hormones too, right? So they're not going to listen the first time often. Usually it's the second time or third time, right? So you have to be patient with them. So
Yeah,
that's the thing.
so there, I believe if again proximity or the distance we have among me and my child, that is also important, right? If I'm standing in the kitchen and I'm telling my child something who is sitting maybe in the next room,
Mhm.
that is again, it is going to go anywhere, not
Yes.
in his brain or in his ears also, right?
Yeah, and you
So,
can't be shouting from the next room. Remember, you said you're going to sleep now.
yes. So you have to make it sure
Yeah.
that you are near to your child, and it should be again tonality do matter. I believe
Yes.
in that, and it is not about kids. It is all about us also as human beings, as adults also. We can feel that tone. We can get that vibration. What kind of feeling was going through while you spoke this sentence, and
Mhm.
as it is said most of the times that women take out all these things. Why do women take out all these things? Because
Yeah.
we are designed to listen to all those tonalities of our kids. That is our superpower.
Yes.
Right. So, as
Yes.
caregivers, as caretakers, we are designed, we are biologically gifted
Mhm.
by the universe
Yeah.
that you have to listen to each and every tonality of your child, and we can hear it all over. And that is
Yes.
why we feel emotions so high sometimes, and we know everything.
Yeah.
And it is
Yeah.
said, no, you are feeling like that only. It's
Yeah.
nothing meant to be like that.
Right. That's
Can
true.
you
Yeah.
can you relate to it? It is a message to all the mothers. If you are feeling most of the times you know what is happening, so believe your gut instinct. Most
Yes.
of the times it is right. But yes, ask yourself, is it coming out of fear? Is it
Yes.
coming out of some negative feeling? Maybe fear or hatred or I don't like this person. So if
Yes.
it is coming from that place, then you have to cross check whether it is your gut instinct or you have already judged it.
Yes. Yeah.
And
I
this
agree.
person has said, so it may be like this. It may be wrong. It may
Yeah.
be to punish me. It may be to pinch me. So
Yeah.
just go through that. So
Yeah.
this was a message to all the mothers because once we are sorted in our brains, we are sorted in our head and heart. So we act in a better manner towards our children, right?
Yes. This is
And
parenting from the inside out.
we are at ease while parenting our kids. If we are
Yes.
shutting down all the voices of outside world and we are just there for our kids, that is the beautiful time.
Yeah, I like what you said. I also think we have to, as parents, we have to be modeling good listening. Because if we expect our children to listen and then
Right.
we don't listen to them, then of course they're not going to listen, right? Because you're not doing that for them. But I also like what you said, Anjali, about um, the proximity to make sure, like if it's something important, you maybe you should just say, okay, I see that you're playing a game right now. As soon as you're done, mom wants to talk to you. Is that okay? And then have the conversation eye to eye with no device around, right? Because then you know the communication is going to be better than somebody who's distracted and really kind of not hearing, right?
Right.
So that's
Since we
important. And
already know that teenagers' brains are always distracted. So this
yes,
is one thing which I think it is going to work for everyone.
and we can't be distracted when our kids are talking to us, right? We can't be
Yeah.
like scrolling our phones and stuff when our child is trying to tell us something. We have to be putting it down and saying, "Okay, well, honey, what did you want to say? What were you asking me?" Right? Like I often I my son was asking me a lot of questions yesterday. I said, "Okay, I'm just in the middle of something. Give me a minute, and then when I'm done, I'm going to listen." Right? I wanted him to know It's not that I don't want to listen, it's that I can't do the two things at the same time. I'm distracted.
Right.
So when we're distracted, we also have to tell them, okay, that maybe now's not a good time, but can you give me a few minutes and we can talk in a minute, right? Like that's good role modeling too, because then they'll do that as well for you.
So
Yeah.
here I think, and this is a very beautiful insight which you have given, that you can always tell your child, honey, can I get back to you?
Yes.
So in this way, we are teaching them a very beautiful life skill, that is setting boundaries also. And setting boundaries should be not only among the outer world, it should also be with your kids. And with that, they also get this feeling, okay, mama is also a human being. She also has some time of her own. She is doing her stuff, and let me just wait for her. So this is going to give them that feeling. Otherwise, most of the times, parents, they come to us and they say, my kid is not valuing my presence. Why am I sitting at home?
Mhm.
I have left my job for my child. But the thing is, the value you create for yourself, your kids are going to give that value to you. So if
Yes.
you show them with your actions that I am busy somewhere, this work is important, even cooking is important.
Yes.
So all these are signals which we are giving out to our kids.
Yeah.
Maybe we are not speaking all these things, but we are giving them those things which are imbibing in them as a regular routine,
Yes. Yes.
right? So they
Yeah.
should value, even cooking is a work which
Yes.
requires your attention. Even
Yes.
laundry is your work,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
everything requires efforts.
Yes. And it's okay to say, I'm busy right now, but I really want to hear what you have to say. I mean, unless it's
Right.
an emergency, right? If it's not an emergency, then you can say, I really want to hear what you have to say, but just give me a minute, right? Rather than ignoring them and keeping your work or not listening to them totally, you're like, what did they just say? You know, like that doesn't make them feel good either. It's like, I'm talking to you, mom. Why aren't you listening? Right.
Right.
So
Right.
I think that's really, really key is to communicate that I want to hear, but I'm just in the middle of something. I just need to finish this. Right. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
Boundaries are good. Boundaries are healthy. I'm doing a workshop on boundaries next month. So parents, boundaries are healthy. So we'll talk
So
about that.
you can post the details under your our
Yeah.
YouTube video, so that
Yeah. Yeah.
parents who want to see that boundaries videos also, or they can come to your workshop and they can attend that workshop,
That would
right?
be great. That would be great. All right. So I think we answered the questions of help. My child's not listening to me.
Yeah,
So we
there
had
were
some,
few insights and few tips which were already given inside it, and it was so smooth, I believe, and
yeah.
handling a teenager could be so easy. I wasn't aware about.
Yes, I know, I know. Like I think I'm just because I'm so skilled at it because I have conversations with teens every day. So I know that how to work with them. So it doesn't have to be scary, parents. It can be actually really great.
Yeah. So the only thing which I feel is, when we don't know, we don't know. But if we know someone who can guide us in handling our issues, and we have to just listen to them, like how we are doing a podcast right now. If they can
Yes,
come and join your workshop, and
yes,
then they can get their ideas out of it, how they can
yes.
handle their teenagers, how they can handle all the issues going on at home, and when they are actually feeling so hassled, why everything is going so haywire.
Yes.
So join some parents coach who is expert in handling teenage stuff.
We're here. Yeah, yeah, we're here. Both of us are here to help you guys.
Yes, yes.
Parents, so don't worry. It's gonna be okay.
And we will be posting our details under the video, which we will be posting very soon on our YouTubes.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I hope that was helpful, parents. Remember with toddlers, get Anjali, I'm just gonna do a recap. Anjali said, get down to their level, talk softly, You can also model, show, and ask questions. Are you hungry? Do you want to eat this? Be very clear that you are using short, clear sentences, right?
Right.
So the communication is clear. And then I just said, like, um, parenting from the inside out, make sure that what you're asking is reasonable and that you're asking in a way that your child wants to hear. And if you're not sure why they're not listening, then you can ask them. Parents, don't be afraid to have these conversations with your kids. Like they're your children, right? So
Right.
you want to get into their heads about what's happening. Why aren't you listening, honey? What's going on, right? And remember that we need to be patient with teens because there's a lot going on in their bodies and in their minds, in their brain development. So we have to be patient because they get distracted, right? And then we have to remind ourselves so that we don't get mad about it. We just said, oh, yes, this is the teenage stage and they need patience. Okay. All right. I hope that was helpful, parents. And I am super excited for our next topic. We will let you know what the next topic is because I can't remember off the top of my head. But I love this teen and toddler series. I hope that you're enjoying it too. So,
Yeah, and can we see the similarities between a teenage and a toddler? Every time it's a bulb on for me. The tips you give and what all things I have guided all through these years to the parents, it's almost similar. It's
yeah.
just that our kids are our kids. It doesn't matter if they have grown as a teenager. We have to have the same patience with them.
Yes, we need to have patience with toddlers too.
Yeah, for toddlers, it is said you need to have patience. Your
We
child is
do.
a toddler, still a toddler. But
Yeah.
with teenagers, I believe parents they say, "You have grown up. Why are you not listening to me?"
Yeah. Yes.
So
But they
growing
don't.
up, yes,
Yeah.
that's a stage. Your child has grown up. That's a
Yeah.
stage. But one stage is completed, and your child is in another stage and still needs you.
They're not adults. They're still kids. They're actually the brain doesn't stop developing until age 25.
Right.
So,
Imagine even
yeah.
adults, they require listening. Even us as
Yes.
bigger adults, I can say, we also
Yes.
require people to understand us,
Yes.
listen to us,
So,
right?
exactly.
The
Exactly.
basic human need.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you, Anjali. Okay.
Yeah,
So parents, we will post this on our YouTube channels and let you know about upcoming events as well. So hope you enjoyed this, got some great tips, and we will see you in our third session. We'll let you know when that is. All right. Take care, parents. Love to you all. Stay
thank
well.
you, parents.
Thank you.